Didn't read my paperwork, I just signed it. You see what I'm saying? Nigga been broke, shit, that TIG, that fly, he got a check. I know he ain't finna try me. That was my mind telling myself.
Okay.
You feel me? Not saying I signed a bad contract, but like, shit, at the end of the day, that's why we ended up doing what we had to do, because like the contract went, like, that shit went right to me.
So that's
records are getting better. And we finally got to the point where we had a real lawyer look at it. And I tell you, the craziest shit is our lawyer that looked at it and told us we had the shittiest deal in the history of what he saw.
The legal aspects of the music industry aren't always straightforward. A number of artists have benefited from the music industry by becoming millionaires and entrepreneurs. With success also comes greed and unsavory tactics deployed by corporations and companies that profit off the music. Recording artists have been falling victim to predatory contracts since some of the earliest rap pioneers hit the scene. Over the past years, there has been an increase in Black artists speaking out about being trapped in record deals with their record labels. Let's explore 5 rappers that fought to leave bad contracts. The Houston-bred rap star hit the scene September 2017, released an EP, Make It Hot. The hit single, Last Week in Houston, garnered in several million views on YouTube, becoming her most successful single at the time. With the streets buzzing about the Houston hottie, it was only a matter of time before it attracted the attention from Houston independent label executives T. Ferris and Carl Crawford. In early 2018, Megan Thee Stallion was the first female rapper that signed with 1501 Certified Entertainment. In November 2018, Megan also signed a distribution deal with 300 Entertainment. With the rapid success of the rap star, Meg Thee Stallion started attracting the attention of major record labels. In September 2019, Megan signed a management deal with Roc Nation. The legal issue started to occur after the terms of the 1501 Certified Entertainment deal was flagged by Roc Nation executives. Megan signed a 360 deal where 1501 Entertainment was getting 60% of profits split instead of the industry standard of 50%.
Read my contract,
because that's the first thing people say. She know what she read. She read it.
You know
she
what
signed
I'm saying?
it.
And me speaking fast when I'm speaking passionately about something, I'm pretty sure I said I didn't read the contract. Yeah. It's not that I didn't read it. It's just that I really didn't understand the verbiage at the time. I didn't really have like lawyers to like tell me what to do. But when I got with Roc Nation, they just pointed out, let's fix some things. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds fair. I didn't ask to leave my label. It wasn't anything like that, but
here you are.
Here we are.
Did you know it would get so ugly?
No. I didn't think it was that serious.
Is that disappointing to you?
Yeah, I'm not upset. I'm more so disappointed. People bringing up my mom, like that's.
After failing to negotiate her contract, Megan sued 1501 Entertainment March 2020. The judge ruled in the favor of Megan and allowed her to release EP Sugar in a temporary restraining order against 1501. In August 2021, Meg filed a second lawsuit against 1501 Entertainment, stating that the label was preventing her from dropping the remix to BTS Butter with the K-pop group. The judge ruled in her favor again, and she was able to release the remix. Meg contractually owes 1501 Entertainment 2 more albums to fulfill the deal. With that being said, Megan filed a suit February 2022 to have the compilation mixtape Something for the Hotties legally recognized as an album. 1501 countersued a month later, stating that the mixtape did not meet their agreed terms to be an album. Record execs T. Ferris and Carl Crawford have been very vocal about their role in the situation.
They just trying to hold on, and then you go back and forth. What is the real, bro? Like,
you know what I'm saying? We have an issue about the Something for the Hotties album.
Right, because you're saying that
we
it
never
wasn't
approved that one as an album. She tried to like put a whole bunch of old mixtapes and all this type of stuff. Only requirement she met was the time requirement. You know what I'm saying? And so she would like try to do that and say, oh, my album is finished. Well, we didn't approve that as the label. Me and my business people who run things over at 1501, we didn't approve that album, and that's why it's up for dispute now. You know, had she would have just did a normal album like she normally does instead of trying to throw me the trash, it would have been over with,
This is an ongoing battle between recording artist Meg Thee Stallion and 1501 Entertainment. An in-person deposition is scheduled to run through 2023. What do Meg Thee Stallion and Lil Uzi Vert have in common? If you guess Roc Nation, then you're correct. But before we explore Roc Nation and how they swooped in and saved the day for Lil Uzi Vert, just like Meg Thee Stallion, let's start from the beginning. The Philly native gained attention after the release of the commercial mixtape Love Is Rage in 2015. The mixtape was successful and led to the signing of Lil Uzi with Atlantic Records under DJ Drama's Generation Now imprint. Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World was released in 2016, gaining mainstream traction. That same year, Lil Uzi announced to Twitter that they signed a deal with Wiz Khalifa's Taylor Gang imprint. Of course, DJ Drama took to Twitter to let everyone know that Lil Uzi Vert was only signed to Generation Now. The turmoil between Lil Uzi Vert and Generation Now has well been documented throughout the years. Lil Uzi's debut solo album Love Is Rage 2 was completed in 2016. However, the album didn't drop until the next year in 2017. The rapper placed blame on the record label for the delay of the project. In January of 2018, Lil Uzi Vert took to Twitter to warn upcoming artists about signing with DJs and artists. Later that year, the rapper continued with the same frustrations and discussed his frustration with the label on Shabazz PBG cut Shell's track, stating that he wanted out of his record deal and also hinting at an early retirement. In 2019 of January, Lil Uzi shocked fans by announcing his retirement from music, basing his decision on the tension with the recording label Generation Now. It was only a matter of time before Roc Nation came to save the day. Lil Uzi Vert signed a management deal with Roc Nation March 2019. Lil Uzi was thankful for the help from Roc Nation and released the song Free Uzi the following day. Unfortunately, the song was removed from all streaming platforms. Late March 2019, TMZ reported Lil Uzi Vert's desire to renegotiate their contract due to feeling financially and artistically exploited by Generation Now, but the label allegedly denied the request. Things seemed to be turning around in the right direction after Lil Uzi Vert released 2 singles under the record label in April 2019. Lil Uzi Vert dropped their highly anticipated sophomore album, Eternal A Tape. DJ Drama has also been very vocal about the turmoil and outcome of the situation with Lil Uzi Vert.
We went through, it became public, but that happens between family. And one of the reasons why it was a tough spot for us is because, Vert's success was our success. You know what I'm saying? So, I instead of necessarily coming out and feeling like we wanted to defend ourselves, because we took a lot of heat. Yeah. It was Generation Now, and even with the Roc Nation situation, Roc Nation was put in the media as if they saved little Uzi Vert's career and, from...
I didn't gather that.
What?
So?
As of December 2022, Lil Uzi Vert is still signed to Generation Now as an artist. Record deals can be treacherous territory when artists don't have complete understanding of what they're signing. Majority of labels are looking to invest in a long-term deal, especially when the artist is undeniably successful. Let's use Lil Wayne for example. He was introduced to Brian Birdman Williams at the tender age of 8 years old. Birdman mentored Lil Wayne and became a father figure in his life. A few years later, Lil Wayne joined Cash Money Records at the young age of 14. As Cash Money Records became a nationwide powerhouse, so did Lil Wayne. He stayed loyal to the label and Birdman for 2 decades. In February 2003, Lil Wayne launched Young Money Entertainment label. Cash Money held 51% of the company and was responsible for funding Young Money Entertainment. Both parties agreed to splitting all profits equally. The label was an imprint of Cash Money Records and is distributed by Republic Records. Young Money was responsible for introducing the world to notable acts such as Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Tyga. With joy also comes pain. December 2014, Lil Wayne voiced his frustrations in reference to Cash Money Records delaying the release of Carter 5. He took to Twitter and tweeted, "I want off this label and nothing to do with these people, but unfortunately, it ain't that easy." A month later, after the Twitter fiasco, Lil Wayne filed a lawsuit against Cash Money Records as well as its co-founders Brian Birdman Williams and Ronald Slim Williams, stating that the label failed to pay him advances and profits from his album. In 2016, Lil Wayne also sued Cash Money's distributor, Universal Music Group, for unpaid royalties for his music and also for Young Money entertainment artists. After 3 long years of litigation, Lil Wayne was finally released from his Cash Money contract. The rapper was awarded with approximately $10 million and also cleared to release the Carter 5. Birdman made a formal apology publicly at the 2018 Louisiana Fest in New Orleans. You would think that with the long battle Lil Wayne experienced with getting out of his contract with Cash Money, that up-and-coming artists would take a different path. Blueface is currently signed to 4 different labels without knowing which labels he's signed to.
Oh, you signed to Cash Money through Cash Money?
Cash Money West.
Oh, so that is through Birdman and
all I know is Cash Money West and Whack 100. It could. You gotta ask Whack about the other people involved.
You haven't seen your own paperwork?
Nah, I seen it, but Whack showed me. I ain't see the. I signed with Cash Money West. I don't really know about all the.
So Whack runs Cash Money West.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The rapper is only knowledgeable of signing to Cash Money West, which is a division of Cash Money Records with Birdman and Whack 100 as the imprint head. It's obvious that as an artist, you should always be aware of the details of your paperwork. The 4 entities that the rapper is tied to is Cash Money West, Cash Money Records, Republic, and Universal Music Group. Of course, being tied to Cash Money results in album delays. Blueface experienced the same destruction as Lil Wayne on the release of his debut studio album, Find the Beat. Today, you rarely hear Blueface and music in the same sentence. He is focused on becoming a reality star with his girlfriend, Kershawn Rock. Sometimes it's not always about understanding the contract. In some cases, it can be a difference in opinions between the artist and the record label. Let's dive into Lupe Fiasco versus Atlantic Records. After the success from 2 critically acclaimed albums, Lupe started experiencing issues with Atlantic Records. The rapper had the intention of releasing a triple-disc album titled Loop In. With releasing this album, Lupe would have fulfilled his contract with Atlantic. But of course, the label had a different direction for Lupe's 3rd album and allegedly tried to force Lupe into signing a 360 deal. They even said that they would not promote his music if he didn't agree to the terms. It definitely pays to have a dedicated fan base. Lupe's fans showed up and showed out protesting outside of Atlantic Records to have the newly titled 3rd album Lasers released. Atlantic Records released Lasers on March 7, 2011. The album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 charts. After releasing his 4th album, Food and Liquor 2, in 2012, he continued his onward battle with Atlantic Records after he attempted to get his masters. But an online group, Anonymous, tweeted and threatened to expose personal and confidential information about the label and their executives if they did not comply with Lupe in the release of his 5th album release date. Someone at Atlantic Records was shook because the label tweeted Lupe's release date within hours. The rapper's 5th album, Tetsu and Youth, came out January 20th, 2015. Lupe fulfilled his contractual obligations with Atlantic Records, and he was a free man. That concludes our 5 times rappers have fought to leave bad contracts. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.